Let's please begin on our backs. So come onto your back and you can please bend your knees and plant your feet. So we just have a nice little resting position for our backs. So begin with taking a couple of full breaths in and long breaths out. Relaxing your face, relaxing your belly. You can have your eyes closed if you like, just for a moment. And just take 2 more breaths here and settle in. Let those few breaths mark the transition into your yoga practice and out of everything else we have going on today, this week, etc. So our first few movements are going to be very, very simple. So let's just link up together with our breathing. So wherever you are in your breath cycle, let's go ahead and all take a full breath in. And now a long breath out. And then stay here as you inhale. And then as you exhale, we're just going to turn the head to the right side as we slide the left hand just an inch or 2 down along the floor, just really subtle. Getting right into the left side of the neck and shoulder, gentle stretch. And then as you inhale, relax that left arm back to neutral and roll your head back to center. And then as you exhale, this time roll your head to the left side as you reach down through your right fingertips. So you're just very gently, very subtly kind of sliding your hand down along the floor next to you. And then inhale, let your head roll back to center. Let that right arm relax. Exhale, one more time to each side. Roll your head to the right as you slide your left fingertips down along the floor. And then inhale back to center with your head and relax your left arm. And then exhale, head turns left as we slide the right fingertips down along the floor. Inhale back to center with the head and relax the right arm. Stay here to exhale. We're gonna just add on a little bit of arm sweeping and then I'll kind of work us up into bridge pose. So on this next inhale, take your left arm, leave your hips on the ground, but take your left arm forward and up all the way overhead until the hand is on the floor behind you. We're gonna continue with the head turning, good. And then as you exhale, turn your head to the right side as you slowly lower that left arm down. And then inhale. Turn your head center as you take the right arm up and overhead, reaching all the way back on the floor behind you if that's okay for your shoulder. And then as you exhale, turn your head to the left side as you slowly lower the right arm down. And then we'll bring it into bridge pose. So on this next inhale, roll your head center. We're going to stay with just one arm at a time. So as you raise your hips, raise just the left arm and pause there in bridge pose a moment. And then as you exhale, slowly roll down, roll your head to the right side as you lower your arm and lower your hips back to the ground. And then inhale, take the right arm up and overhead while you raise your hips and roll your head center. And then exhale, slowly roll down, turn your head to the left as you lower the right arm. Let's do one repetition with both arms overhead. So as you inhale, this time raise both arms up and overhead as you raise your hips. Pause there and stretch, and then exhale, slowly roll down. And then I'm going to add on a little bit. So as you inhale, raise both arms and both hips, and we'll just keep the head turned to center for now, because now we're going to get a little bit more into the upper back. So inhale, bring everything up, and then leave your hands on the floor behind you as you slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. So try to go from the upper back, mid back, low back, and then hips. And the hands are still on the ground overhead, maybe even reaching back a little bit extra. And then as you inhale, press back down into your feet, raise your hips, come back up into bridge pose. And then as you exhale, slowly roll down, lower the hips and lower the arms. So everything comes back to the starting position. And then we'll do that one more time. So this just adds a little bit of different kind of stretch for the upper back and shoulders. So inhale, press into the feet, raise the hips, raise the arms all the way up and back. And then leave your hands on the floor behind you as you exhale and slowly roll down. See if you can go one vertebra at a time, engaging the belly muscles in, lowering down nice and slow. And then as you inhale, keep reaching the fingertips back behind you as you slowly roll back up into bridge pose. And then exhale, everything lowers down, lower your arms and lower your hips and relax. And then just pause and take a breath there and kind of notice any energy in your upper back and neck and shoulders. All right. And then go ahead and hug both knees up towards your chest. So just pick your feet up off the ground, hug your knees in, and leave your arms on the floor next to you, palms down. We're going to start to stretch the backs of the legs, or Vipassana Padasana. So as you inhale, raise your left heel and raise the right arm straight up and back. Reaching back with your hands, squeezing up with your heel. Let this first one be gentle. And then exhale, bend your knee and lower that right arm down. Inhale, this time raise your right heel as you sweep your left arm forward and up overhead, stretching out the back of the right leg, reach long. And then as you exhale, bend the knee, lower down the left arm. Let's do one more time each side. Inhale, press up with your left heel, raise the right arm up and back. Pause there and stretch. And then as you exhale, bend your knee, lower down the right arm. Inhale, press up with the right heel, raise the left arm straight up and back. And then exhale, bend your knee, lower down your arm. And then we'll do both arms and both legs. So on this next inhale, press up with both heels, reach the arms all the way up and back overhead. Pause there and stretch and really flex your feet. Get right into the calves and everything there. And then as you exhale, bend the knees, lower down the arms. Tuck the knees back in towards your chest. And then we'll do that one more time and we'll stay a couple breaths. So as you inhale, press up with both heels, reach both arms up and back. Let's pause there and clasp the hands behind us. And then on your next inhale, press outward with your palms. So turn your palms to face outward behind you. Stay here to exhale. Soften your knees and your elbows so that we're still in the pose, but we're just relaxing it a little bit. And then as you inhale, press with your heels and reach back with your hands. Good, 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 good. One more time, exhale, softening the knees and elbows, softening the posture. And then inhale, squeeze up with your heels, press back with your hands. Releasing your fingertips as you exhale, lower the arms and bend the knees. This time you can just wrap your arms around your legs and pause and rest there. And then when you're ready, let's please roll to one side and we'll meet up in tabletop position. All right, so we're gonna go right into Chakravarkasana. So meet in tabletop, bring your wrists beneath your shoulders and your knees beneath your hips. As you inhale, gently draw back on the hands and lift the front of the chest forward and up, shoulders drop back. Exhale, engage the belly muscles in, bend your elbows, start to shift your hips back towards your heels and bring your forehead down. And let's do 5 more, please. Inhale and lead with your chest, come on up through tabletop position. Press the sternum forward, the front of the chest, and draw the shoulders back. And then as you exhale, belly draws in, shift your hips back towards your heels, bring your forehead down. 4 more. Inhale, leading with your chest. Remember, we're always moving at the pace of our own breathing. So take your time and let your breathing guide your movement. Exhale, shift back towards your heels. Feel a gentle stretch for your back. And then go ahead and do 3 more, and feel free to just move at your own pace here. So finishing up one last round of Chakravarkasana, and then we'll meet in child's pose. So I'll give you guys a moment to get there. Take a breath. Relax your forehead down. And then when you're ready on an inhale, let's rock forward and we'll come onto our bellies, please. So bring your forehead to the ground. We're gonna do Bhujangasana, and we're gonna do that variation where we start with our legs together and our toes together. And then over the course of a bunch of repetitions, we take our feet a little bit wider. So I'm gonna talk us through it. And let's bring our elbows and our palms to the ground. And remember, we're never pressing with our arms. If anything, actually, let's just try this together. So bring your hands to the ground and your elbows. And then on your next inhale, don't even lift your chest, just draw back on your hands, almost as if you're like sliding your body forward along the mat, right? So it's more like traction. So that's how I want it to feel when you guys are practicing Bhujangasana. So bring your forehead down and bring your legs together and your toes together so that everything's touching. And we're gonna do 3 rounds here, and then we'll widen our legs a little bit. So as you inhale, pull back on the hands, remember that traction, lift the front of the chest. And then as you exhale, relax your forehead back down to the ground. Inhale, tractioning with the hands as you lift the chest forward and up. You'll have that traction, helps you to press the sternum forward a little bit. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale, draw back on the hands, lift the front of the chest, pressing the sternum forward. And then exhale, relax. Okay, let's take the feet a little bit wider. So take another couple inches between your feet. So now they're maybe about hips width apart. And then same thing, we'll do 3 repetitions here. So as you inhale, traction with your hands, lift your chest. Good. And then exhale, relax down. Notice if it feels a little bit different for your back and your hips, and even your glutes with your legs in this new position. 2 more. Inhale, drop back on the hands and lift your chest. And exhale, relax down. 1 more time. Inhaling, traction with your hands, lift the front of the chest forward and up. And exhale, relax. And then take a resting breath while we move the feet 1 more time. So take your feet a tiny bit wider, a couple inches more between your feet. Now they're maybe almost yoga mat width, so just a little bit wider than hips. And then we'll do 3 repetitions here. So as you inhale, pull back on the hands and lift your chest. And then exhale, relax down. Inhale, pull back on the hands and lift your chest. And then exhale, relax. And then we'll do 1 more time. Inhale, pulling back on the hands, lift your chest. And then exhale, relax. Now pause here, take a couple breaths. You can bring your feet and your legs back into kind of like a neutral position. So take 1 more breath here. And then when you're ready, let's press up through tabletop. And we'll come to standing on our knees. So we're gonna do Vajrasana, and we'll start with sort of an asymmetrical version with our arms. So I'll just show you guys one. We're gonna inhale and take the arms out and up. And then as we exhale, we'll sweep the right hand behind us as we take the left arm forward and down. And then the left arm is going to come forward and up as we sweep the right arm out to the side, and then we'll do the other side. So right arm reaches forward, left hand comes behind. So I'll talk us through it. We'll just do 2 on each side like that, and then we'll do a couple regular both arms, and then I'm going to start to build a little flow. So arms down by your sides, please. On your next inhale, let's sweep the arms out to the sides and up, reaching long. As you exhale, belly draws in, sweep the right hand behind you as you reach the left arm forward and bend forward. So feel your back stretching. You might feel a little bit of stretch in the upper back and shoulder as well. Inhale, the left arm sweeps forward and up as the right arm sweeps out to the side and up. So a little bit of brain work too. Exhale, left hand comes behind as you reach the right hand forward and bend forward. Inhale, lift your chest, sweep the right arm forward and up, the left arm out to the side and up. Let's do that one more time each. Exhale, belly draws in, right hand behind you, left arm presses forward as you lower down. Inhale, the left arm reaches forward and up, the right arm sweeps out to the side and up. One more time, exhale, belly draws in, left hand sweeps behind. Good, these look beautiful. Right arm is forward, forehead down. Inhale, lift the chest, sweep the arms, back to standing on the knees. And then let's do two with our arms sweeping behind us, both behind us. So exhale, belly draws in and bend. Inhale, lift your chest off your thighs, sweep your arms. Come all the way up to standing on the knees. Good. And then exhale one more time. Belly draws in as you reach and bend forward. Good. And then let's stay there in child's pose. And let's actually leave the hands behind our back. And we'll just take one breath there. So I'm going to bring us into a flow. So what we're going to do is start with Vajrasana, but on our next exhale, so we're going to sweep our arms out to the sides and up. And then as we exhale, we're going to reach our arms forward and down as we come back to child's pose so that we can then add and link up some other postures. So let's take a full breath in together. So just inhale and then a long breath out. And then as you breathe in, sweep your arms out to the sides and up, come all the way back to standing on the knees like Vajrasana. And then as you exhale, reach the arms forward and down. A little bit of different work for the back, so just notice how that feels. So coming all the way to child's pose, hands out front. As you inhale, lift your chest, come up through tabletop position. As you exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, come to downward facing dog. You can keep the knees a little bit soft here if you'd like. And then as you inhale, rock all the way forward, come to up dog. Lower the hips, lift the chest. Take your time, build a work for your shoulders and your upper back. Exhale, tighten the belly, press up and back to downward facing dog. Reach up and back with the hips. As you inhale, bring the knees to the ground, untuck your toes, gently lift your chest like Chakrasana. And then exhale, belly draws in, sink your hips back towards your heels for child's pose. Coming back to Vajrasana, so as long as it's okay for your back, sweep the arms forward and up. A little bit more work for the back as we come all the way back to standing on the knees. Good, yeah, and then exhale, belly draws in as we bend forward, reaching forward with our hands, and back to child's pose. As you inhale, come up through tabletop position, lifting your chest. As you exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, come to downward facing dog. Little bend in your knees. As you inhale, rock all the way forward, lower the hips and lift the chest, shoulders squeeze back. As you exhale, pull the belly in, press up and back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, bring your knees to the ground, untuck your toes, lift your chest, and then exhale for child's pose. And we're going to do that a couple more times. So inhale, arms sweep forward and up if you can. Try to keep your arms by your ears so we're leading with our stomach. Good, those were really good. Exhale, belly draws in as you reach and then forward, lower down, bring your head to the ground. Inhale, come up through tabletop position, lift your chest. As you exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Make sure you're still using your breathing. Inhale, rock all the way forward, upward facing dog. Lower the hips, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulders back. Heels are pressing back energetically as well. Exhale, tighten the belly, press up and back to downward facing dog. As you inhale, knees to the ground, untuck your toes, gently lift your chest. Exhale for child's pose. Let's do one more, and then I'll add a couple of stay breaths. So as you inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, come all the way up to standing on the knees, reaching long. Exhale, belly draws in, reach forward and down as you bend forward. Inhale, up through tabletop position, lift your chest. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. All right, this time we're gonna come to up dog and stay. So as you inhale, rock all the way forward, come to your upward facing dog, lower the hips, lift the chest. Stay to exhale, tighten the belly muscles so that we feel stable for the low back. And then as you inhale, press down into your hands and reach the front of your chest forward and up and squeeze your shoulders back. Let's take one more breath. So stay to exhale. And then inhale, find a little bit more stretch there if you can. And then as you exhale, pull your belly in, press yourself all the way up and back to downward facing dog. Settle in here. We'll stay 2 breaths here as well. So as you inhale, press down into your hands, reach your hips up and back. And then as you exhale, press your chest towards your thighs and squeeze your heels down towards the ground. And let's do one more breath like that. Inhaling, reaching the hips up and back. Any amount more, find that length in your spine. Exhale, heels squeeze down towards the floor. As you inhale, bring your knees back to the ground. Untuck your toes, lift your chest. And then exhale. Nice and slow, bring yourself to child's pose, forehead down. This time, you're welcome to leave. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. You're welcome to leave your arms out in front, or you can take your arms next to you on the floor and relax your shoulders a bit. So whatever feels good for you. And stay about 3 more breaths here. Just notice hopefully a little bit of energy flow in your body, what feels like maybe some circulation or just, tingliness anywhere. Anywhere that you sense that you send life energy by moving and breathing together. And then when you're ready, just bring your hands to the ground and we'll come up and sit together for a moment. We're just gonna do a little seated twist. All right. So come and sit cross-legged as long as it's comfortable for you. And let's begin with having our left hand behind us and we'll take our right hand to our left knee. So what we're gonna do is inhale and twist back and look back. Then we're gonna inhale, twist back to center, inhale back to center, and then we'll exhale and twist back and look forward. And then we'll stay there for 2 breaths. So, okay, left hand behind you, right hand to your left knee. Inhale, let's sit up tall. As you exhale, engage the belly muscles, and as you rotate and twist your shoulders back and look back over your left shoulder. And then as you inhale, unravel, come back to center most of the way, but kind of keep your hands in position. And then as you exhale, twist your shoulders back and turn your head to look forward. And then let's stay 2 breaths there, please. So stay to inhale. If it feels okay to tilt your head to the side a little bit, you can. Stay to exhale. One more breath like that. And then as you inhale, come back to center. Pause and rest in the middle. Let your shoulders relax and adjust in whatever they need to. And then we'll do the other side. So right hand behind you, left hand to your right knee. Let's please inhale and sit tall. And then as you exhale, twist to the right and look back over your right shoulder. And then on inhale, unravel most of the way out of the twist, sit tall. And then as you exhale, twist your shoulders back and turn your head to look forward. And then we'll stay 2 breaths here. And if it feels okay for you, you can tilt your head to the side a little bit. Staying 2 breaths there. And then on this next inhale, unravel back to center. Relax your hands to their respective knees. Pause and rest a moment. Notice how that feels for your neck and shoulders. All right. And then when you guys are ready, we'll come on to our backs, please. And we'll just finish up with some Apanasana. So hug your knees up towards your chest. And bring your hands to your knees, fingers facing towards your toes, and feet are dangling. Take a breath in here. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows, gently hug your knees up towards your chest. Inhale, gently drop the knees away from you, arm's length. And let's do 3 more like that at least. Exhale, bending the elbows, gently engaging the abdominals as you hug the knees towards your chest. Gently stretch your back. Inhale, knees drop away from you, arm's length. 2 more. Exhale, bend the elbows, draw your knees towards your chest. Inhale, relax the knees away from you. And then 1 more time, exhale, bend the elbows, draw the knees towards you. Inhale, drop the knees away from you, arms length. You're always welcome to do 1 or 2 more if it feels like in your low back you want to. But when you're ready, go ahead and start to bring your feet to the ground and spread your legs out along the floor and your arms out along the floor, palms facing up. Relax your shoulders, relax your belly and your face and your jaw. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, let your whole body just relax and almost like sink towards the floor, feel heavy towards the floor. And I'll give you guys about a minute here to rest, and I'll bring you back very shortly. So when you're ready, please begin to take a few full breaths in and long breaths out. When it feels okay to gently move, you can wiggle your fingers, toes, flex your heels forward, whatever feels good for you. And then when you're ready, begin to please bend your knees and plant your feet. And we'll hug the knees up towards the chest or whatever way is comfortable for you to make your way back to a seated position. Sitting up tall here, relax your shoulders. Just feel your long spine. Notice how your body feels hopefully a little bit more vibrant than when we begin our practice. Take a breath in here as you sweep your arms out to the sides and up. And then as you exhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart, bow your head. Think of something that you're thankful for right now. Bring your thumbs to meet your forehead, that we will do our best to choose good thoughts. To your lips, that we will do our best to choose kind words. And to your heart, that we'll do our best to make ourselves a blessing to everybody around us. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Such a huge honor to guide you through your yoga practice.